afternoon, frog fans. Actually, it's more of evening. I don't think I've ever made a video this late at night before, but enough of my babbling. Today I'm going to be showing you how to modify a few things, and that will be a pacifier, a magnetic pacifier, a magnetic hair bow, and something that I've never really seen done before. Maybe I came up with it, but I'm going to show you how to make a Velcro hair bow not Velcro hair bow, a Velcro hairband for your reborns with rooted hair, because you don't want to be pulling on their hair when you slide it over their head. Alright, so first I'm going to start off by saying what you're going to need. We're starting with the magnetic pacifier, so obviously you're going to need not a magnetic pacifier, you're going to need a normal pacifier, and I already cut the nipple off, but you're going to need to do that. You're going to need some magnets, obviously. I get mine from Bountiful Baby and the smaller ones from Michaels. They tend to be pretty expensive, but they are really, really strong, and you need it to be strong to go and hold through the vinyl. And you are going to need some glue. I recommend the E6000. And a glue gun is not an alternative for this. It's just not going to hold, and it's a bad idea to be putting something with a hot point near the vinyl. And then last, you're going to need I have some toilet paper, or some tissues, or some paper towel, because this will get messy. And last, you're going to need a doll's head. So I have this daisy here. Alright, so first you're going to start off by taking a magnet, well, two magnets. You're going to put one magnet inside the head and hold it upside down. This might be a little hard to see. And then you're going to put it where you want your pacifier to hold on to. So I'm going to put it right in the nick of her chin here, just because I find if I put it on her lips, the pacifier sticks out too far, and I find this problem with quite a few dolls, so this is usually how I modify my pacifiers. And then you're going to take the cut pacifier and you're going to line it up on the face and see where you like it best. So I like that because this is where the real nipple would be sticking in her mouth, and that's right over her mouth. You can't really see the magnet or the fact that there's not really a nipple in her mouth behind this shield. So I'm liking this placement. Now I'm going to try and look underneath and see where it is. So I can see very clearly where the magnet is sitting, and the good thing about this nook is it has sort of a design almost on the inside, so I can see where the magnet is sitting, and that's how I'll know where to glue it. It won't be disastrous if you get it a little bit off. It's only going to affect it if you get it way off. So once you locate where you have to glue it, you're going to take it off. Now I recommend making your pacifier before you glue the magnet inside the head. This daisy isn't quite done yet, so I won't be gluing the inside of the magnet in her head yet, and you won't be seeing that in this video. But I would recommend doing the pacifier first, because if you glue the magnet inside and you glue the pacifier separately, you could end up gluing it the wrong way around, and that just ends up, magnets are polarized, so it's going to be opposite polarized, and you're not going to be able to use it. So I've got the glue here, and I'm just going to rub it on the magnet. This glue has some strings on it. I don't know if you can see it, and then it was right about there on the pacifier. Okay. And I'm going to put the glue lid directly back on, because it will start to ooze out, because it's a pressurized thing. Alright. Try not to get it on your hands. If you do, just make sure you wash it off, because it is a very powerful super glue, and no one wants to go to the ER. Alright. That is about where I want it. And there we go, it's that simple. Now you just leave this to dry away from any other magnets, because then it's going to obviously get stuck to the other ones. And absolutely do not, right after you glue it, do not try to put it on your doll's face, because I have seen artists do that, and then the glue gets stuck to the paint rips off, and it's a disaster. There really is no way to fix that except for stripping. So, my 11-year-old brother is in the background laughing because I just said strip. Peanut gallery.
Your freedom bag says it for children. At least I was giggling quietly in the background.
Anyway, so you're gonna leave that to dry, I would say, for at least 24 hours just to avoid any disasters. Some people put felt over it to keep it from scratching the paint. I don't do that a lot because I've never had problems with that, but that's something you might want to consider, and that is a pacifier. Next, we're going to do the magnetic hair bow. So obviously you're going to need a magnet again, the glue, and something to wipe up the mess. So I have this hair clip, and I'm going to just leave this intact, and that way if I really do want to use the clip part of it, I can. And the reason you want to make a magnetic hair clip is because you don't want it pulling on your reborn's rooted hair, because that could pull it out possibly. So I like to use smaller magnets for this because then it's easier to hide underneath the hair, especially if it's a smaller baby and they have thinner hair. However, this one is being modified for a toddler. I get these smaller magnets from Michaels. So you're just going to lay the hair bow flat, get your glue. I would say put it around the center of the bow. This one you don't have to try it on a doll's face because it doesn't really matter. The head is a pretty flat, well, rounded, flat-ish surface. So it'll sit properly really no matter what. Okay. There we go. Okay, once again, you're going to put that to dry away from any other drawing objects with magnets because it'll stick to it. Next is something a little bit unique. I'm going to show you how to modify a hairband with Velcro. So you can wrap it around your doll's head so you're not pulling it over the hair, which could rip out the hair. So for that, you're going to need obviously a hairband. You're going to cut it in half at the back. And then you're going to need some of these little sticky Velcro pieces. They come in a strip like this. I've used most of mine. So just these little Velcro strips. You can get these from craft stores. I got these from the dollar store. And you are going to want to glue them on because the adhesive on the back just usually isn't strong enough to keep on the fabric. If you find one with an adhesive on the back that is strong enough, that's great, but I will be gluing mine. So just on the end, I'm going to, are we seeing this? Yes, we are. On one end, I'm going to glue it . I'm getting glue slopping all over the place. So I'm going to pat that down, make sure it's nice and secure. So you're going to want to make sure that it's not overlapping. Whoops! You're going to make sure that's not overlapping the fabric, because then it could possibly get, the Velcro could possibly get stuck in your doll's hair, and you don't want that. So once that's in place, you're going to bring it around and you're going to Velcro it to, well not, you're going to glue it to the opposite side so it's like this, overlapping it. That'll make it sit flatter. Some glue. Just like that. Now you want to be careful not to accidentally glue the Velcro together or glue the hairband together, because that just defeats the whole purpose. If you can't if you can't open it at the back, then it's just a normal hairband again, and you're just going to be pulling it over the hair. So I like these. I have some other ones, and I like them for my dolls with rooted hair because it feels like I'm not being as rough on their hair. And once again, you're going to leave this to dry for about 24 hours before you try it on a doll, because if the glue isn't dry, it will get stuck in their hair, and there's just no way to fix that unless you pull the hair out, which is what this is trying to avoid. So that is 3 modified Reborn accessories. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up, please like and subscribe, and keep living the Froglings life. And by the way, if you have any questions, just ask.